Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter Sunday 2024. It's wild how much light this camera lets in. It's very early in the morning. Sun's not up yet. I am here at Bok Tower Gardens. This is a beautiful botanical garden that sits not too far from Legoland, Florida. Kind of down in the south of Haines City, Lake Wales area. Every year they have a Easter sunrise service, and they have it timed just right. So obviously when service starts, it's right at daybreak. We're getting close. Got about 20-ish minutes before service starts. It's very busy this year. It's been tons and tons and tons of traffic. So we're going to be on time though. They have this really beautiful carillon, I believe is what it's called. It's a giant singing tower where they play the bells, and it's incredible. But we're gonna get parked here and go enjoy Easter service. I'm not gonna obviously film the whole thing, but we'll put some parts in, and then afterwards we'll do a little tour of the gardens, because they allow you to walk around after service is over for a little while.
His predictions of the death and resurrection, calls, fallen and deserves our devotion. It means he's worthy of our worship and obedience. Yet those who prefer to run from the resurrection point to verses like those I read today in John 20, where it said, well, all Peter and John saw was an empty tomb. An empty tomb doesn't prove the resurrection. Those grave clothes, those folded grave clothes, those discarded grave clothes, they don't prove the resurrection. That massive stone in the roof doesn't prove the resurrection. Now I'm saying that's skeptical. You're 100% right. But now I take you to Acts 1, verse 3. Acts 1:3. It says, after his suffering, because Jesus, he showed himself to these men, meaning his disciples. He gave many conditions. Jesus commands my destiny. No power of hell, no scheme of man could ever knock me from his hand till he returns or calls me home. May he work in us what is pleasing to him through Jesus Christ, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen.
If you look at the one on the right, you can round, but if you look at this one here on the right, you can see feathers on the back. You know what I'm saying?
How long have y'all been in Florida? 4 years. Hey, Brent.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter Sunday. It's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. I am out at Bok Tower Gardens, if you can't tell already by everything that's gone on prior to me even mentioning a word. I wanted to come out here for the Easter sunrise service. It's something that Paige and I started 2 years ago, and then we came last year here with my mom. This year I'm on my own today because you know, just everybody's got different plans, but I didn't want to miss this for anything. The service just ended a little while ago. It's a madhouse getting out of here. Getting in here took forever this year, and I even left early like we normally do every year. But the service was beautiful. I put a few clips here and there in, but I just really enjoyed it. Easter Sunday is always such a, it's like Christmas Day, you know. It's always the sign and symbolism of brand new beginnings, and that any difficulties anybody may be going through, you know, just always remember every day's a new day. And Easter and Christmas are no, there's nothing better to describe brand new beginnings than both Easter and Christmas. I mean, everything was just absolutely stunning this morning. You know, you get here, it's super dark, super hazy. You know, I was driving in, it's amazing the amount of light my camera lets in. It's way darker than it looked. But when you get here, it's very dark. You can hear the tower singing or playing, if you will. That is an experience to behold. Listening to that tower, in fact, after the service was over, the tower played for probably a good half hour, which is why I just walked around with the camera on, didn't say a word, and just wanted y'all to get a sense of what this place is like. This place is truly stunning. I would actually, I actually want to come out here throughout the year. They also do offer an annual pass type of thing. So, you know, I'm going to come out here again, and I can spend a little bit more time, you know, walking around, because there's so much out here. Just the little bit I walked, which is around the tower area, that's only a fraction of how gigantic this place is. And I mean, just look around here. Like, look at this. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, what better place to celebrate Easter Sunday than, you know, in the morning than right here. It's stunning. So if you're in Florida during the Easter season, Easter Sunday, you know, from, you know, Good Friday or Holy Thursday, however you celebrate Easter, if you plan on spending the Easter weekend next year or the years after, you know, in the Orlando area, make the trip to Bok Tower Gardens. It's about an hour drive from the Central Florida, the theme park district, as we like to call it. It's about an hour drive. Everything starts at around 7 a.m., but I promise you, you want to leave your hotel or your house or wherever you're at by about 4:30, 4:45. Come early, get a good seat, as they would say, because it fills up fast. Now, this place is capable of handling a ton of people, but it's just the later you wait, the longer and longer the lines get to get in here with the traffic, you know. So that's one thing you got to consider. Because like this year, you know, I got here, I turned into the gates of Bok Tower Gardens, and it from the gates to parking took almost 40 minutes, which that's a long time. You would not believe how far back this place sits. In fact, the first time we came out here 2 years ago, we turned into the gates, you know, the entryway to Bok Tower, and next thing you know, we're like driving, like, wait, are we we go into Bok Tower, or we go somewhere else, because it just felt like we just kept going and going and going, and it's dark outside. So you know, first time being here, not really knowing where you're going, you're like, are we here, or are we just going somewhere else? Because all you start seeing is orange groves, because that's what surrounds this area as well. And it sits on top of this humongous hill. So that would be my other suggestion. If you are planning to come here, even throughout the year, and you want to visit the Singing Tower and all that, and if you plan on coming for the sunrise service next year and the year after, actually in 2 years, you're really going to want to get here early, because that's going to be the 100th. This year was the 98th. Hard to believe they've been doing this almost a century. I mean, how incredible is that? And I mean, you could see from the camera that the event is extremely, extremely popular. And it makes you feel good that this many people want to come out and celebrate Easter Sunday. You know, it gives you some hope for the world. You know, that hopefully one of these days we all might get to have some world peace again. But as Gerald Salente says, I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace. But yeah, if you're going to come out here, the climb, this camera, it doesn't do it any justice. But the hike, the climb to get up to where the Singing Tower is, it sits on a peninsula, but it's on the top of a hill. I mean, you could see when I swung the camera on earlier, we're up high. In fact, when you drive in, or when we drive out, you can see it. If I can remember to turn the camera on, you can actually see the tower from a distance. I mean, it sits way up on a hill up here. Yes, believe it or not, there are hills in Florida. It's hard to imagine, but it is a hike to get up here. So if you have somebody that's got mobility issues or has a hard time, you know, navigating difficult terrain, you might want to find a way to get them some assistance. They do provide it here as well, so if somebody's struggling, because it is a climb to get up here. But man, fantastic, fantastic place. So it's going to be a few minutes before traffic clears out of here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk the property a little bit. I'm going to spin the camera around and let you enjoy the beautiful ambiance of this gorgeous, gorgeous place called Bok Tower Gardens. Again, happy Easter, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day with your families.
Well, we gotta be in a tree, not hanging by.
Yeah, that's fine. I would say that it's only something really nice.
I mean, really, you could spend hours walking around this place.
Pit over there for the kids that just can't breathe.
Well, this must have... Oh, really? Oh, they must have it turned off this morning. Oh, no, they don't. That's kind of cool. This is really nice back here. I didn't even know this existed back here. Either this is brand new or we never come back here. Wow. Holy cow, this is super nice. This is Bok Tower Gardens. This is how big this place is. We were over here, so we're kind of in, where are we at? We're kind of down here by the visitor center and parked somewhere over here this way. The tower is like kind of on the outer skirts, but then you have all of this all the way out here. This is unreal.
It just takes it. No?
Oh, this is amazing. It's a scale replica of the tower. Wow. Apparently this is what is played to ring all the bells up there. That's unbelievable. That's gigantic. Wow. Wow, there's a ton of these in the United States. There's even 3 of them in Florida here. Wow. Bok Tower, there's one over here. There's St. Petersburg, and then up north of Ocala. That's pretty wild. There's one in Charleston? Sure enough. I'll be darned. There's even a couple in Indiana. There's a couple up north even. Culver, I'll be darned. Oh, they have one at Notre Dame, University of Notre Dame. That's cool. This is where my grandparents live. I did not know they had one in LaPorte. That's crazy. When you look at the dates that this tower was built, they didn't exactly have modern construction equipment at that point. That I think is what's absolutely stunning. That they did all of this, you know, on just basic construction tools. Oh, and this is what the tower's made of. Oh yeah, that's another project and trip I want to make, is head up to St. Augustine for a day or two. St. Augustine has got some amazing things to see. Let's see what we got here. I'll take one of these home here and kind of plan out a visit here coming up. Oh, that's cool. It's freaking beautiful out here. They even have a greenhouse and plant shop on the back side of the gift shop.
There's a ferry. Yep. Very.
Oh, big fan of the Christmas ornaments here. Wow. Oh, speaking of azaleas, I think the Masters is coming up in about 2 weeks. It's gorgeous. Oh wow, so you can basically, I think, all of these, $100. That's a neat collection. They do have a Easter buffet you can take part in. I didn't get that this year. We haven't done that, but something maybe to try in the years to come. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, to come out here on a just a regular day and take a walk and see if it would make sense to get a membership here. Heading to the tower, Rapunzel. What I find amazing too is every one of the plants and trees out here have labels on it. So there's coffee right there. I just grind some of them leaves up and chew on them. One of the other things that I've grown to like with living here is the botanical gardens, and there's a ton of them here in Florida. I call them the theme park for the senses. That's pretty much what they are. One of my favorites so far was in Naples. That one was really, really cool. And then a couple more I want to see. One is Sunken Gardens in St. Petersburg. And then there's another one up by Ocala. There's so many. I mean, look at this reveal as you come to the top of the hill. Look at this. One thing I would suggest, if you do come here for the sunrise service, don't rush out of here. Hang out and walk the grounds. You can stay here for a good while. That's the nice thing about this. It's free admission this morning. You can spend, I think it's all the way up to 10 or 11 o'clock here. I mean, look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. What's neat is when you're walking up to the service, the sunrise service, when you're coming up this way, the sun's not up yet and you can't see anything. And it's really neat because the sun starts coming up. Holy crap, there's a tower there. It's pretty wild. Basically, you park down in this area, then you begin to walk up that way. But you get in the morning, you can't see that tower because one of the haze, the Florida morning haze, and then it's dark out and there's no lights out here. And so as the sun begins to come up, that tower comes into view. Simply stunning. As you look down from up there, these are all the orange groves that surround Bok Tower Gardens. I'll turn the camera on the way out so you can see. And show you how far back these gardens actually sit. Well, once again, happy Easter, everybody. That was beautiful. I hope you really enjoy this. It's again, I didn't want to chat a whole lot. I wanted you to see and hear this beautiful place. Highly recommend a visit out here if you're going to be in Central Florida anytime. Take a little break from the theme parks and all the madness and come out here and enjoy nature at its absolute finest. What I would suggest, though, if you're going to be here in the summertime, I would do this place early in the morning, like sun up, because summer gets freaking hot and this is a lot of walking out here. But fall, we're gonna have to do this in the fall, especially around Christmas. I've heard really good things around Christmas here. They do a beautiful Christmas. It's like a month or two long celebration out here where the tower plays Christmas music every day, and they have all kinds of really neat things for the season. And then obviously the Easter sunrise service. Next year will be the 99th, and then the year after, so 2 years from now, it'll be the 100th. That'll be a sight to see. I'm sure that'll be like we got to get here at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So, but anyway, happy Easter, everybody. I hope you're spending the day with family and friends, and I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic, blessed day. And yeah, we'll see you for part 2 of this in a little while. We're going theme parking today. I'll see you in a little bit, everybody. Again, happy Easter. Main Street Fire Rescue out of service.
Solemnity of Easter, we take a moment and recall once again God's great love and mercy shown to us. And Simon Peter arrived after him. He went into the tomb and saw the burial cloths there, the cloth that had covered his head, not with the burial cloths, but rolled up in a separate place. Then the other disciple also went in, the one who had arrived first at the tomb. When he saw and he believed, they did not yet understand the scripture that he had to rise from the dead. The Gospel of the Lord.